Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and of course I've got some pretty nifty stuff to show you. I've actually got some pretty high quality items today, and I'm excited for it. We got maybe less stuff than we did last week, but we've got some pretty cool stuff nonetheless. The camera is crooked. We got high quality filming here. That's what we do here at the Championdjk channel. All right, so yeah, cinema. All right, we've got Ultra Red. What a surprise. All right, so we got the Ultra Red Square Body Pickup. This is from 2023 release 2. Of course, my buddy Diecast hooked me up with this one. He pays me in Ultra Reds, basically, to ship him stuff to Romania, and I'm fine with that. That's pretty cool. So we got this guy. Of course, we're going to open up the other two trucks in the set. That will be fun. I am only missing 2 Ultra Reds from the set now. I am missing the Mitsubishi Starion and the Oldsmobile 442. That should be an easy one to find, I would think. I don't think that casting is super popular. But I don't know that I've ever seen one, actually. Like, just browsing eBay. I haven't really been paying attention, but I don't know. It's a little weird, a little odd. But we got that. And then he also got me this as well. Turns out I do already have this one, though, and that's okay. I will hoard this. This is kind of a weird little Ultra Red. This is an OK Toys exclusive. The regular is limited to $24.96, making these pretty limited. And yeah, I've got a loose one of these already, so I'm probably just going to leave this carded and squirrel it away. That's probably what I'm going to do. Yeah. So that's what we're doing with that one. I got a box from my buddy Derek Dumas, buddy of mine and fellow Lamley contributor. I almost feel bad calling myself a Lamley contributor these days because I really haven't written anything for the blog since, you know, the end of the year article stuff. And that's probably how it's looking this year too. That's probably what's going to happen. I will probably write an end of the year article. I will probably participate in taking pictures for the Instagram Royal Rumble 64 car tournament, and yeah, then maybe we'll write another one next. I don't know. Time just comes at a premium. You folks that do this hobby and have children and stuff like that, you understand, I would hope. Just there's only so many hours in the day. And that's it. I got a lot of, I got hobbies beyond just collecting cars and stuff too, so kind of spreading myself thin, you know. All right, anyway, enough of that little feel sorry for me session, but let's go ahead and take a look at what I got from my buddy Dumas. He knew that I had been into the Corgi toolings that spilled over into Hot Wheels, so he sent me 2 of those. He sent me this London Taxi. I actually already have this, so I'm not going to open up this one either because I do already have it. But I will open up this 57 T-Bird. This is pretty interesting. I don't think I've got this in my collection at all. So we're going to check that out. And I believe this used to be a Corgi tooling, and we will definitely check that out. He also sent me the 2 vehicles I was missing from the Taco Bell series of Matchbox. The Hummer, the Humvee, and the Corvette. Yeah. So I got a full set of these. We're going to go ahead and open these up and check them out. I've shown these Taco Bell cars now twice in videos. And now I got the complete 4-car series. Thanks, Derek, for that. I do appreciate it. All right, so moving on from that, another fellow Lamley contributor found some Hot Wheels Boulevard in the store. This is, I don't know what wave this is. It's numbers 71 through 75. So I guess you divide that by 5. That's where we are. But he found this in store and sold it to me for cost and shipped it to me. My buddy Brian, Bearded Mug Media. So super cool dude. And so he hooked me up with this set, which is awesome because I do not find Boulevard. I found 1 Boulevard set in the store since the first Boulevard wave. I found a lot of the first Boulevard wave, maybe a little bit of the second, And then I found one other one, the one with the Pantera in it. Since then, nothing. And in between, nothing. So Boulevard is like the toughest set to find these days. They're exclusive, I guess, to Walmart, at least here in the US. It's the only place you're going to find them. And yeah, I don't know what else to say except for they are difficult. So when I see that there's a Boulevard release and there's a car I really wanted, and I kind of get disappointed because I'm like, shoot, how am I going to find that? And it's just really tough. I haven't seen any of the latest series of Boulevard. I don't even know what I'm missing. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm missing and fill gaps here and there. But we do get this set. So we've got the Ford Escort RS Cosworth. I should actually say I did find this car in store. I found one of these hanging in the store. And I don't know why this is the one that was being left behind, but I did find one of these in store, or I saw them in store, I should say. But we do have this one here. So that one's one that's been left behind for some reason. And then we've got the rest of the set, which is the Volkswagen T1 panel. Nice to get this in something that isn't some wild livery or cereal logos on the side or whatever for like pop culture junk that I don't really collect. I'm sorry if you collect it. Not my thing. We got it in more of like a stock kind of paint job. Well, whatever, sort of stock. It's cool. It's basic. It's not some crazy Cocoa Puffs or whatever. Reese's Pieces, Kermit the Frog. You know, Reese's Pieces and Kermit the Frog are probably like the two expensive ones of that casting. It's not that. Or Fat Lace. That's the other one. I sold that one. I used to have the Fat Lace one and I sold it. Yeah, whatever. I'm not. It is what it is. And then we got the 96 Chevy Impala SS. Pretty nifty. We've got the Mazda Speed Miata right here. This is actually the one I'm probably looking forward to the most, the Miata, actually. I think it looks really, really neat. And then we've got probably the one that was or I wouldn't even say probably, definitely the one that would be the most popular in the set would be the Honda Civic Type R with that wacky kind of whatever logo, CJS. Chasing JS. I don't know the significance of that. I apologize. Someone will tell me. Is there... I don't know what it means. I have no idea what the CJS stands for. Chasing Jays? Psh, no idea. It's kind of a goofy little logo. But whatever. We have that. So I've got the full set of Boulevard, that full wave of Boulevard, which is cool because I never find that crap in stores. I found one of these in store though. Someone had basically stashed this like up at the top behind some stuff, and I saw it and I picked it up. So I got the Nissan set. This is pretty cool. I like this. They're all white cars, very simplistic. It looks pretty nifty, looks pretty good. I'm like having deja vu thinking I already got it, but do I already have this? No, I don't. I've got that other one. This one, right? The one that came out. I think there was one other Nissan set that came out with all white cars, right? This is a different one. So I got this one. That's why I'm having deja vu. Yeah, so we got this. We'll open this up. This obnoxious set. It's cool. The cars are cool. The truck, I don't know. It's a flatbed hauler. It takes up too much space. I complain about this stuff all the time, but whatever. Got to deal with it. We're going to go ahead and open up that. And then I got some pretty cool other stuff. We've got a Tarmac Works. Tarmac /X collaboration, whatever, with IXO models. Ferrari F40 LM 24-hour Le Mans, 1995. I'm going to have a hard time not snagging every single release of the Tarmac /IXO F40s. Probably going to end up grabbing every single thing that comes out. So I got this one. I don't think it's quite as cool looking as the first F40 they released, but it's still very cool. And of course, we're going to open it up and take a peek at it. So, and I got the other one out too, so we can kind of look at the two together. I'm not going to retake that one off the base and everything, but we'll take this off the base and peek at it. Very cool. Very excited for that. And then, lastly, but definitely not leastly, we've got some Mini GT. I got 3 of them right here. pretty nifty. We've got a Lamborghini. We've got a Mercedes. And that's like the first modern Mercedes, right? From Mini GT. It was the only other Mercedes we had was the 190E, right? Maybe. And I think this is the only other one that I can recall anyway. So I think this is a new tooling. Mercedes-Benz EQS 580 4MATIC in silver metallic. There's something weird going on with the packaging. They like mis-photoshopped that rear wheel. I don't know what the deal is with that. We'll look at that up close, of course, in the next segment. I opened the car just to make sure the car's not like that, right? Yeah, of course it's not. And then we've got the Subaru Impreza WRC 1997 Rally San Remo winner, number 3. Very cool. I've got this in Hobby Japan. Almost this identical car. We will, of course, compare the two. Do a little compare contrast. That should be fun in the second half of the video. So stay tuned for that. And then we've got this Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo number 19, 2020 IMSA Daytona 24 Hours Gear Racing. This is pretty cool. It looks like a wild kind of comic book style graphic all over it. And that's pretty nifty too. Again, I have a hard time not picking up Lamborghini's Mini GTs. There's so many of them though that I am definitely missing some, and I'm definitely not a completionist in that department, but because there's a lot of them. I pick up a lot of them though. I get a lot of them. So there's that. So that's going to be it for what we've got to show. Should be a pretty good time. A pretty good time. I don't know. What should be showing like the thumbnail here? What's going to attract the viewers? You know, we got to try to attract the viewers with the thumbnail. You know, I'd be into like an F40. Let's see. It's going to be all fingers though that we're going to be looking at. Look at that stuff. Whoa, look at that. Oh, wait. Hey, there's Nissan. It's Hot Wheels. It's JDM. It's my goofy face. Check that out. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's do that. All right, thank you guys. Let's go ahead and flip this stuff around. Let's open this stuff up. Let's take a look at it out of its packaging. Keep her tuned. Alrighty, let's go ahead and check out the Taco Bell cars first. We got the classic decades and the big movers. Matchbox madness. Crazy madness stuff. Well, this is 1998 Checklist Series 2. I don't know what the heck that means. They didn't put out that much stuff in the Taco Bell stuff. This is the 4 Taco Bell cars I'm aware of. And we're going to open them up. Here's the Humvee. So these are goofy. There's no interior on these things. That's why the windows are just painted silver. No interior, so they're kind of like a slimmed down, cheaper made Matchbox of that era. If that makes sense. Well, it should make sense. That's what it is. So yeah, and of course these were given out, I guess, at Taco Bell. Circa likely 1999, I guess is what we're going to guess. Or 98, I don't know. One of the two. 99, 98. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were given out with. It's not like Taco Bell has like, I guess, kids meals or anything. But yeah, so they were given out there. And then we've got the 62 Corvette, Classic Decades. And again, oh, this one has an actual transparent or lucent, I suppose, window situation and no interior in it that I can see. Yeah, there's no seat, there's no dash, there's nothing. Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell. It's been a long time since I've ate at a Taco Bell. And last time I think I was pretty disappointed. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, so there's that. There's the Taco Bell cars again. Thank you, Dumas. And then here is that Corgi cast, and this is much more interesting to me. So this is circa 1997 Hot Wheels. This was a weird year of Hot Wheels where we saw Corgi toolings enter the Hot Wheels main line. I don't know exactly the story. Corgi, I think, bought, or no, Corgi bought nothing. Hot Wheels bought Corgi. and release some of the tooling. Was this hood supposed to open? I mean, it looks gapped so that it should open. But however, it is not opening for me. Oh, what's that? What is that? Do I push that? Oh, look at this. Duh, it opens the other way. Dude, is that, you push that and the hood opens? Well, how cool is that, Corgi? Look at that. Look at that. You push the button. Push the button. Push the button on the bottom. And it pops up the hood. Well, that is a pretty cool feature. That would be a really nice feature on any premium diecast. If they could work that in without making it look goofy, put a freaking button on the bottom. I don't have to claw it with my fingernails or get some sort of guitar pick or whatever else. Let's do that. That is a great idea. Wow. Fantastic. How old is this tooling? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. It doesn't have any copyright date on the bottom, and it shouldn't really, because it was converted over from a Corgi to a Hot Wheels, and it probably had Corgi right there, and then they cast it over a Hot Wheels, basically. Or tool to Hot Wheels over the top, or however they do that, you know, production-wise. This thing has separate pieces for the bumpers, a separate piece for the interior, which makes up part of the engine, and then it's got this thing going on. And I think this is, I don't know, is this metal? It feels like it's metal. Well, maybe it's not. I don't know. Constructed very uniquely. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Look at that. You push on the bottom, hood pops up, you grab it, boom. That is very cool. So I like that. And kind of got basic wheels that look like almost a slight variation of basic wheels. I don't know. Very nifty. Very nifty indeed. We got painted headlights, painted taillights. This is a really cool little casting. I like that. That was a nice little surprise, seeing that it had that. Let's get into Auto World for a moment. We've got, again, from Premium Series Release 2 for 2023. This is the 1985 Chevy Silverado Fleet Side Limited Edition. We got Premium Fax over here. This one is in black. A nice, easy factory color to pronounce and say. That's great. Truck Life on the plate, on the Missouri plates. Misery. Let's open it up. So I think this is a really good looking truck. I like this, just black, gloss black with the like normal style wheels, like stock style wheels. And I don't even want to, I just don't want to get fingerprints on it. It looks good. Black interior. Rolls. There's the base. It's tooling number 49. I don't even need to look at it. We know the tooling number on this one because it is the most used Auto World tooling in Auto World history. Not even just for Auto World themselves, but for hobby dealers that do exclusives. How do you not do a square body Chevy? This one holds its own against any of the square body Chevys that Auto World has put out so far. It is a beautiful looking truck, and I really do like it. There you go, Truck Life. So let's set that right there, that beautiful piece right there in black. Digging it. And then this one looks really nice as well. It's this is the same thing, an 85 Chevy Silverado Fleet Side. This is the version B. This is in light blue / silver poly. And this has got the thing that the Lamley exclusive truck started, I suppose, which it's got actually, I think these are Supra wheels. So I think it's wheels from the Supra, right? Am I correct? I think it is. Or maybe it's not. Is it? Why am I second guessing myself? Yeah, well, I'm second guessing myself because I'm a dum-dum. Yeah, not Supra. What am I talking about? It is the Challenger wheels. They just look so different because they got skinnier or, lower profile tires on them. So this is like the wheels that were originally used, I think, on the Challenger casting. And they have smaller wheels. Okay, so they're the Supra tires. I think that's how this came about. It was the Supra tires on the rims from the Challenger. Okay, I think that's right. Okay. Anyway, this is in light blue and silver poly, and it looks really good as well. Just a solid pair of square bodies from Auto World in this premium release 2 for 2023. You can't deny it. I mean, you could try. I know there's some people out there sick of the square body. Boo-hoo, who cares? This thing is pretty good looking. I mean, just as a basic truck, and it, you know, I think I don't know, whatever. Complain all you want. This is nice. I know we've seen hundreds of them. I don't really care. I mean, you at least pick the nice ones and say that they're nice. You know, there's some ones that aren't that great, but these are good. These are really good. I need to have a square body party one of these days and get all of at least the stock looking ones together. I should, at least all the premium ones. I don't have all of the hobby releases, believe it or not. There are some that I am still missing, and I just haven't forked out the cash to get them, to be honest. And that's where, you know, it being sick of the square body shows through. I'm not sick of the square body. I just don't mind, like, really care for it with non-factory colors and those wild graphics or something weird like that. I delay myself in picking those up. And because there's so many of them. I got to get some from Diecast Z. There's some basic color ones in there I got to get, but they're not really like factory colors, so I don't know. There's another Ratfink one I think I'm missing. I got to go through and just start picking away. I do want to complete the casting, okay? Completing the Ultra Reds of it, that may be a feat much more difficult to do, but at least completing all the hobby releases and stuff, completing all of the standard issue vehicles, I will probably just have to do that. Yeah, so I will likely do that. All right, moving on, we've got the Ultra Red, and this is a very good looking Ultra Red actually, even with like the white tires and the gold rims, which I'm generally not a fan of the white tires, but I don't know, they're kind of growing on me. I like this. I like the way this looks. Would it look good with black tires? Yeah, it would. Let's talk about the traits. So we've got an Ultra Red body, which is obvious. It is obviously version B traded. Okay, that's why we got the silver on the bottom. That's why we got the rims that we have. Okay, so we got a version B. Would I have preferred it for version A in this case? Maybe. I don't know. We got the silver top. That's version B. We have a white interior, which is part of the Ultra Red traits. White tires, gold rims, Ultra Red base, and of course Ultra Red body. That's going to be your traits for the chases in this set. So all of them are going to basically follow that formula where they're going to have a white tires, gold rims, white interior, Ultra Red body, Ultra Red base, and then version B traits if there is a discernible difference. So I think this is good looking. I think I like it quite a bit, and I am glad to add it to the collection. It's always fun adding this. It is kind of, even with those white rims, the gold tires, it's a pretty attractive looking model. I literally have a spider walking across here, and we got rid of him. All right, I'm not sure if I killed him. I picked him up. All right, he'll probably bite me later. Let's go ahead and move on. That's, you know, I'm in the basement. You will have that from time to time. All right. Moving on from there, let's go to Tarmac Works. And this is pretty sick. I love me an F40. I love me a racing F40. That's pretty cool too. And the F40 over the last couple of years or so has gotten quite a bit of love in 1/64 scale. We've gotten a few different premium items in 1/64. Now Tarmac and IXO, this is like really, since Kyosho maybe, because I think Kyosho might have put out some racing ones. But I don't have any F40 from Kyosho mini car, which is a sad thing. I should get them eventually. But from a premium standpoint, We haven't really got any racing ones, and this is so I'm really glad that Tarmac is teaming up with IXO Models to bring us these racing F40s. And we are limited to some degree. This is number 3480. I have no idea how many there are made, and they don't tell you. I will say that it's almost pointless to put the number on there if we don't know what it's out of, right? Do you feel that same way? Is this business card thing for these really necessary? Couldn't they just print it on the packaging? Or maybe that's what makes it easy to individually number. That's why. Okay, I get it. Could you do it with the bases, maybe? I don't know. It's a beautiful thing, though. It really is. And I am going to pick up all of these. They're just I'm going to have the set of them. There's no way I could not. They're less expensive than picking up F40 for Tomica Limited Vintage. Now they're a little bit different. They feel different. They don't feel quite as crazy quality as those do. These things have plastic bases, not metal, and no opening features. But I am 100% fine with not having opening features. If you try to tell me you should get this version of the F40 because it has opening parts, that's actually a turnoff for me, because it's just more that can go wrong. And what ends up happening is you've got pieces and the fit and finishes and all that good. It's easier to break. I don't know. There's just a lot of reasons to stay away from opening parts in 1/64 scale. A hood, okay, I get the hood. That's cool. I'm trying to fix this. I don't know what I did here. Anyway, a hood is cool. We'll just set it to the side for now. Opening hood, fine with that. The F40, everybody wants to do this opening engine compartment in the back, and to me, it is cool. I mean, it does, this thing rolls too, by the way. It is cool on the Tomica Limited Vintage, and it does, the fit and finish is nice. However, I don't need it. I don't need it. I need you to look good with your doors closed and your engine compartment closed. And if you have to sacrifice the look of it with everything closed by having an opening part, just to have an opening part, I'm not into it. So there's that. Here is the other model. So this is the GT, or the Ford F40 LM. This is the Ford F40 GT, which I had a lower number, I guess, 2563. And we can, I'm not going to pull this off the base again, but you can just check out maybe some of the differences. The main thing is the front end is a little different. You can kind of see that there. It might be a little bit hard with all the graphics and stuff, but it is different. The nose on this one slants down a little bit more. Yeah, maybe it's about the same. It's pretty close. The headlights are different. That's, I guess you can tell that. The little scoop in the hood there is different. Spoiler in the back is different. This one's got the antenna. This one does not. So there's the split right there in the middle. It's not there. So yeah, there's some differences in the tooling itself, but both of them are very cool, and I will continue to add them to the collection as they are released. I will have a very difficult time staying away from any of them, unless they put out a livery that's just extremely ugly. But if it's some sort of like racing accurate livery, I am going to want it. Why would I not? And this thing is really, really cool. And definitely going to be a candidate for new tooling of the year for me. And I don't know what to pick, would be the GT or the LM, but definitely going to be a candidate for that for me. Would be in the top 10, I think. How could it not, really? I mean, it's just, it's really cool looking. So, yeah, you know, it'd be cool if they released a stock one, but did they need to? No. No. Why? Why would they need to? I don't know if Pilot's on there quite right. It looks like we got Pilot right there, and then the Pilot kind of edges over the edge there. So maybe there was one little imperfection there. The exhaust is actually a decal. So that would be one other little downfall of this tooling, would be that exhaust is actually a decal, and it's not actually exhaust sticking out of there. It looks like this is kind of oddly constructed too, where like the spoiler bit here is actually plastic. It's a plastic piece added on in between here, which is a little bit different, a little bit weird. But I don't know. This thing is really cool. Little toe. There's some little details in there. Little toe hook there. Probably have to take some cool pictures of this one. Why not? All right. So there's our Tarmac works. And that is really cool. We can move on now to Mini GT. Actually, let's start with this thing. And what's up with this? So when I say what's up with this, what's up with that? I don't know. Clearly some like Photoshop fail or something. I don't know. They do the boxes and get this together, but the wheel may have been like a separate thing they kind of like Photoshop in or something. I don't really know. I'm not a graphic designer, but that's a weird little misstep there. And I don't know if they're all like that. It'd be interesting to know. There's a authentic Mercedes holographic licensing, TSM model, holograph as well. Number 508. And let's check out the car. So to me, not the most exciting thing in the world. This is Mercedes. What is it again? EQS 584 Matic. I'm sure it's really expensive. I'm sure it's luxurious. We got a tire falling off the back there. There we go. I'm sure it's Mini GT, so it rolls. That's cool. The front end is pretty wild looking. We'll get to that in a second. Of course, all metal, screwed together construction, as Mini GT often is. This is an ugly car, in my opinion. I don't like it. The front, is it an EV? It probably is. And I say that because of the shape and because of the front end of it. It's ugly to me. I don't like how the wheel is so close to the front end. The front axle is so close to the front end. It just looks weird and oblong and just kind of gross. I don't really like it. Not a fan. I would always get it because I'll get any brand new tooling that Mini GT puts out. I just will at least get one example. I don't see myself getting any more of this car. It does not do much of anything for me except for the details in the front end are really cool. How this is like covered by the clear plastic with the Mercedes logo up front, and then you can see through to the detail. It's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So detail-wise, of course, Mini GT nails it. I assume. I don't know what this car looks like in real life. I can't say I've ever paid attention. Even to like the gold 4MATIC and all that jazz on the back. This has got to be an EV though, right? I only say that because it looks like there's not that much room for like a powerful gas guzzling engine up there. But I could be wrong. I very well could be wrong. It's not often, but you know, it's possible. All right, so then we got next is the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo number 19, 2020 IMSA Daytona 24 Hours Gear Racing. Again, it's a racing car. It's cool. Mini GT's got the IMSA license, and that is very cool. So you gotta get it. And this is just, look at this thing. It's wild. It's wild. It's alive. It's very neat. I like it. Number 552 for Mini GT. Official Lamborghini license holograph TSM model. And a very crazy looking car. Comic book-esque. It's really neat that they can pull this kind of stuff off. This fully wrapped car gear racing program. And of course it rolls. Look at that. Rolls. Metal body, metal base, details all around. I mean, it's not the most attractive looking Lamborghini, the Huracan GT3 Evo, but it's still pretty darn cool. Look at this thing. What do you guys think of that? It's wild. I had to get it. It's too crazy not to get it. I need to make a Lamborghini checklist. Every time I get something, I'm like, oh, I got a lot of these. Maybe I should make a checklist and try to go after all of them. I know there's one Lambo that is going to be super hard to get, and that's part of what like stops me from trying. There's that yellow Liberty Walk one. I can't tell you exactly which model it is. It was one of the first Lamborghinis they put out. It was yellow Liberty Walk, and it's near impossible to find nowadays. So there you go. We'll start with that. So I don't know how to get it. I don't know how I would ever be able to get it. And I mean, you can find them on eBay, but like people want like $100 for it or something like that. It's ridiculous. Maybe one day. But yeah, here's this guy. Very, very cool. Florida Chamber Safety Council. Lamborghini. All right. And then lastly for the Mini GT, and then we're going to move on to Mattel product. We've got this. This is Subaru Impreza WRC 9797 in Rally Sanremo winner number 3, number 512. TSM model licensing, of course. Subaru licensing in text. No holograph needed for Subaru. And let's check this bad boy out. Very iconic WRX. It is number 3, and that is to be the same number as the one I got on this Hobby Japan number 3 car as well. So we're going to have to take a look at the two together. Again, I'm lazy, so we might not unscrew the Hobby Japan from the base. Hobby Japan Racing Development 64 Subaru Impreza. Does it tell you what race this one is from in particular? This one says P2 WRC as opposed to P7. So they are, I don't know, they're different in some way. The rims are different. There's a Hobby Japan one. And it is nice. It's really nice. I mean, it's got some extra little pieces and details. It is a plastic base. Rolling, it might roll a little bit. We got the little plastic antennas, so that's a detail that the other one's not going to have. These cost about twice as much as the Mini GT does. So do you get twice as much detail? Not really. No. I mean, Mini GT did do a good job with this car. I will say it. You don't have to worry about breaking off the antennas. That's a plus for me. It rolls. That's kind of neat too. It's a little bit less detail with this one. There's more detail even on the interior of this car. There's like seat belts and stuff. Still got, both of them kind of got the scaffolding kind of roll cage kind of thing going on in the back, which is cool. They are slightly different vehicles. About the same scale. This one might be a little bit wider than that one. They're very close actually to the same thing. So really close to the same livery too. I don't know which is more accurate. They probably just participated in a different race. Yeah, this is Monte Carlo. This one is that, whatever we just said, rally race. And, yeah, so they're different. I mean, different as far as livery goes. This is the San Remo one. This one's Rally Monte Carlo. So they're probably pretty accurate with each other. I like the rims better on the Mini GT. I think they look cooler. But yeah, overall, I mean, both of these are really neat. Very neat. I don't know if that registration is right on this. Is it supposed to have like a blue outline on the yellow? It doesn't have it on the Hobby Japan. But both of these are cool, and if you're a Subaru fan, why not get them all? Get both of them. There's not really a ton out there for you Subaru fans to collect, so you might as well. But that's a really cool car. This thing is heavy, too, because it's all metal. All right. Speaking of all metal, we got to get on with this. We've got Mattel to look at. And so we're going to start with the 2004 Mazda Speed Miata. Boulevard, the hardest set to acquire in Hot Wheels land. cool set. Very cool. Difficult to acquire. For me, anyway. I don't know. Some of you guys might have a real easy time finding these, but what I hear from most people is it's a nightmare. And this is a really cool version of this car. I like it quite a bit. No real graphics on it or anything. You just got the taillights. Of course, they're dot matrix printed style, but whatever, we'll deal with it. The interior mold is not like turbo detailed. You know, it is what it is. It's a Hot Wheels, right? We're not expecting Hobby Japan quality here with that. But all in all, very cool. Very cool little model. And then we got the other one I was kind of excited for was the Chevy Impala SS. And this one's kind of cool as well. I mean, it's not super fantastic, but again, we're talking Hot Wheels here. And I know Hot Wheels is definitely the most popular brand of cars to collect. And I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying, once you get used to kind of like premium stuff like that, the detailed models, and if that's really what you're into, then that is really what you're into. I like Hot Wheels though still. I do. And this is pretty decent. Big rolling on 20s. This thing, or which probably, I don't know if you put this to scale with the car, would be a little bigger than that even. But yeah. It's all black. Looks pretty decent. Nice little Impala. Digging it. The Honda Civic in white. Type R EK9, undoubtedly the one that would be hard to nab at the store. This is the one that's definitely not getting left behind because Honda collectors are ravenous. The Venn diagram of people that are really into Hondas and Hot Wheels collectors. Almost a full circle, right, or whatever. Is that what they say? Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that would be into Hondas that are probably into Hot Wheels, and they buy the crap out of the Honda stuff. I mean, it's kind of cool. It looks all right. That logo, and no offense to whoever's logo that is or what that creates, for some reason it bothers me. I get it. It's supposed to be kind of like a zero there with a J and an S. It looks a little clip arty from back in the Cork Express days of my graphic design in high school. Hey, I'm just saying, not a huge fan. That's okay. All right, moving on. We've got the Volkswagen T1 panel bus. It's a nice looking one. If this were back in 2014 when I started collecting, I would be stoked on getting this panel bus because I really was into VW buses back then. I really wanted to collect all those. Turns out too many of those were made and I got sick of it and I'll never go back. It's just the way it is. But this is a really good version of this casting. If there was one version of this particular casting to keep, this would be a candidate of that for me. Being as that it doesn't have wild, crazy graphics on it or company logos. So aside from VW, of course. Surf's up, bro. Nice colors. Looks good. Like that one. Digging it. And then probably actually, I'm going to say this is definitely my favorite in the set. I just like how basic it is and how cool it is. I don't know. I kind of got a thing from Miatas a little bit. And then we've got this, the 93 Ford Escort RS Cosworth. And of course, it's hard not to dig this as well. It's kind of funny, though. Everybody starts making a Cosworth at the same time. You got, Greenlight, Inno, I don't even know who else, but Greenlight and Inno for sure. I don't know. Had Tarmac jump on that train yet? I can't remember. But definitely Greenlight and Inno. And they both did good versions of Kazis. And then we've got now Hot Wheels. Or is this the second one that's been released by Hot Wheels? I don't remember. Copyright date 2022, probably not. This might be the first release of this casting. I just can't keep track anymore. But there you go. You get a lot of that within the same time frame. It's kind of interesting how that works. This one is, although I like this one a lot, the problem with it is the most obviously bad dot matrix, low resolution, pixelated print graphic car in the group of 5 cars, this is the one that's most obvious. Whenever they put something over white, I think it's going to be, that's where you're really going to get problems. So, yeah, it's, I mean, look at that. Yep, TV static, if you remember when TV static was a thing. All right, so there's that. Not bad, but not great. And then, well, lastly, we got this monstrosity. All right, problem with this is, can we open this on camera? You guys want to see how quick it's going to take me to open this? Should I torture you and actually do it live? Let's see how bad it gets. Boom. Okay. That's the ugly part right there. What's the fastest way through this? I mean, I could probably just cut them out. I think that's usually what I do. Oh, there we go. Chop through that. Chop through that. God, dang it. Oh, there we go. Got a flying car. Just set it to the side so it doesn't get banged up by the other ones as they come out. This is probably a really ugly way of doing this, but it is pretty effective, even with a dullish blade. And lastly, we got this thing. And it works pretty good, except for the fact that now he had to dig out all those rubber bands, which is going to be irritating. And I can already see that I'm going to be irritated with this set to begin with, because, again, when we talk about dot matrix printing, none of those, like, fender skirt thingies, fender flares, whatever the technical term for that is, of course, none of them are actually painted on the casting. It's going to be a printed, poorly done printed graphic. Here's the truck. Do we really need to get into it? I don't know. It's the flatbed. I don't want to sound like I'm dogging Mattel. Some of the stuff they do is absolutely fantastic, and this looks actually pretty good. It's a cool looking truck, sure. These cars are cool too, but they would be, I'm just going to tell you, they would be, I mean, first of all, they're going to be a little bit better when I get these irritating rubber bands out of here. It's part of why I hate these diorama sets, by the way, is this crap. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Not great. You know, it'd be nice if that was just painted black and not however they do it done, because it's not real good up close. From far away, I guess, whatever. It's not bad. If you have bad eyes, Hotwheels is your brand. Oh man, it's really bad on this one. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm just dogging Mattel, but I think this is just something that cannot be ignored. And I just wish they would do something to change what's going on. I know if there was something, let's just say there was something in the works to change what's going on today. I think it would probably still take a year or two before it would get enacted. But it's really bad on there. I mean, you just see the white through that. I don't like that. Even from far away, I can see it. If I took pictures of this car, it'd be super easy to Photoshop it out, but make that just black. But it sucks because I really like this this particular Ken Mary type of skyline, and it just that's a little disappointing. All right, and lastly, we got this guy here, and then we're gonna exit. This is just a mess. It's a gross mess too, because these things are like greasy. Not good. All right, and again, the fender flares, they're not painted black. They're graphic on there, and I can't look past it. I can't. It's like, it's white speckled through the whole thing. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to this beautiful set otherwise? Moral of the story with this set, you carded collectors, you people that like to keep things in packaging, you win with this one. Don't even take it out. Just leave it in. Just leave it in. It's fine. It's fine in the package. Looks great. Out of the package, it would look really fantastic. It's got like two of my favorite Skylines in it, the Ken Mary and the Hako. These are the ones I actually really like. I like the old school Skyline stuff. I mean, this thing's pretty neat too. The Laurel or whatever. Or Skyline, what is this? It's the Skyline C210. I mean, this is pretty cool too, but I do like, these two are like my favorite, like Hot Wheels Skyline castings. And this one looks better than this one just because it's not as, the printing's a little bit better. But man, that is, you can see that, right? I'm not just like making it up. It's not good. All right, that's going to be it for this episode. I'm sorry I had to end on a gripe fest with Mattel. But that's okay. It needs to be said. I really hope they can do something. And it stopped me from buying some premium models. Like, there was a Matchbox model. I'm sorry, I'm still going. There was a Matchbox model that just came out, right, on Mattel Creations. It was a Porsche, and I love Porsche. I collect Porsches. And Matchbox Porsches are good. The graphics on it looked really bad. And they looked really bad because they were this style. And I can't do it. Like, I'm not going to spend that kind of money on that model with those ugly dot matrix, low resolution garbage. I just can't do it. I can't do it, and that's why I didn't buy that model. And I think there's some other people that feel the same way. I would hope so. I'm not crazy in this. I mean, you could spend, I don't even know how much it was. I'm guessing it was $25 plus shipping. So you're looking at a minimum of $30. It might have even been $30 plus shipping. I don't even know because I didn't even look. I didn't even bother because I'm like, I'm not going to get it. When you could spend $10, maybe a little bit more. Let's just say $15. Let's just say even $19 with shipping. And get something like this instead. Will this be as collectible down the line? Maybe not. But I would argue, who cares? There's so many of these cars out these days. Yeah, some stuff's going to be worth a lot of money down the line. For people like me that open this stuff up, though, do you really care? No. All right. I'm going to leave you on that. Thank you guys very much for watching. Another long episode. I do appreciate it. And have yourself an excellent day. Thank you.